Okay, I'm Zero, and me and my friend Danny actually just watched something interesting, right, Danny?
Yeah. We actually just bore witness to the new Final Fantasy XIII trailer, and I couldn't say I'm more disappointed in the human race. I hope that the world does end so that we never have to suffer from such a god awful abortion of a game.
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. I mean, it's not as bad as Sonic 06.
Dude, I think I'll take the new DMC over this shit. Like, that's how much I'm.
Danny's not even have a camera.
Well,
we're gonna convert it to audio.
Yeah.
It was like witnessing an abortion of a child you really didn't like, but at the same time it's an abortion, so it's like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was like.
My God.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I mean, it's so obvious to me right now that Square Enix is just mooching off of Lightning and just whoring her out for everything she's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave her an even sluttier outfit in this game than she had on the last one.
Yeah. Let me pause on that, but what's it called? The title of this game is called Lightning Return. Final Fantasy Lightning Return.
Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, and she should have never came back either.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This trailer disappointed me. Lightning ain't returning Final Fantasy 13 at all. Ruined forever.
I see what you did.
But, in all seriousness, even with Final Fantasy VII, there was at least a couple of years between, their different things, like Crisis Core and Advent Children and Dirge of Cerberus. They didn't come out, year after year.
It's so transparent what they're trying to do here.
They're trying to make 13 the next 7.
They really are, and it's so painfully obvious too that they're trying to push this to be the next big thing, but it's just not working.
Yeah.
I don't know why they. I mean, it works with. It's kind of like Justin Bieber. It appeals to a certain it appeals to like the 14-year-old audience, But I mean, that's all it appeals to.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. I really think, I think Carlos texted you this, I think a week ago, I think, and I don't think he got the exact right message out of it. But he asked you, how would you feel if they rebooted?
You mentioned Justin Bieber earlier.
I mean, that's what I compared this new Final Fantasy game to.
How would you feel, Danny? And Metal Gear Solid's in the background. Zombie won't be joining us because, he's playing a really good game.
It is a good game.
But,
they should make more games like Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, but anyway, back to this. Danny, how would you feel if they rebooted the entire Final Fantasy series, like they started back to 1?
Now that's kind of
or do you just want them to go to 15 now instead of doubling
it's just
around?
kind of an ambiguous question because I mean the deal is pretty much every Final Fantasy is a reboot.
True.
But I mean I guess it would depend on what direction you wanted to go in with it. I mean, if you wanted to make it a reboot, describe to me how you go about it. What is your definition of a reboot?
I wasn't really the one who was...
A change of tone, say they tried to make it a bit more like this.
More realistic?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're trying to do with Versus 13, though?
Yeah, Versus 13 ain't gonna happen.
That's the...
Vaporware.
That's the day that never comes right there.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy's been around long enough that I think they could, experiment with something like that, My problem with them doing it with Devil May Cry is that the series is still fairly young. I don't think it needs to be rebooted. I still think it's a young series. But Final Fantasy, they've been around a long time. A lot of the stuff has just been repeated the past few games. I think a fresh start wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, they could even just go to Final Fantasy 15. But here's the thing, though. I kind of found it interesting what they were trying to do with 13, only because, 13 kind of contradicts itself, because they wanted to do this futuristic thing, but they also go back to the old ways.
They're making it medieval now, and it doesn't make any sense.
They should stick to a style and not mix technology with magic. it just doesn't work. Like, why would, like, in an advanced technological society, like, that's in, what's it called? That's in 13. Why would you have potions just, like, randomly going, like, why would you have potions? Because those are associated with, like, medieval times.
Well, I think the problem with Final Fantasy 13 is, I mean, you know, I'll be the first to admit, Final Fantasy 13, the first game of that 13 series, it's an okay game. It's okay. It's playable. You know, it's worth.
Is it the key launcher in there? No,
you gotta swim. Sorry. It's worth playing through. It's not terrible.
I heard the story for 13 is bearable. It's just the gameplay is shallow.
The gameplay is all right. I just think everything's pretty mediocre.
Because here's what I heard people say. They like the story for 13, they just don't like the gameplay. And for 13-2, they like the gameplay, but they don't like the story.
You know, and in 13, I thought that the gameplay. I thought the gameplay was what?
What am I doing?
What?
Why are you walking?
Okay, you were saying?
Anyway, deal is with 13. You know, I thought the gameplay was all right. You know, I thought it was something a little different.
Did you like going in the straight line the entire time?
I really didn't even mind that, you know, because
so,
I mean.
So you didn't mind that there was no random encounters or like.
Well, there was random encounters, you know, but they were just visible on the field was the only thing. As opposed to others where they just, you know,
randomly appeared.
Right.
Hey, what's up?
Like it's all like you're walking and then it's all like doo 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 doo.
Yeah, like you know, and speaking of linear, you know, Final Fantasy X, that's my favorite game of the series, and you know, it's about as linear as a game can get.
True.
But my problem with it was I thought the characters were all just. Yeah, you don't want to run into those. I just thought all the characters were extremely bland. I mean, they just kind of seemed shallow to me. You know, they seemed very cliche, and you know the. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. My mom even thought I was watching a porno one time. No lie. And then other than that, you know, the gameplay is decent. You know, but. The real problem was that they made a sequel and that it got even worse.
And they didn't even wait like a year to release the sequel. I think they released it immediately.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the problem I have with the sequel. Well, I have a couple of problems, but.
But no, 13-2 it got even worse. You know, the gameplay.
I heard it got better.
The gameplay was pretty much the same, just simplified a little bit more.
And it was like Pokemon. It's like they were kind of on a Pokemon fetish for the time, because you had 13-2 with the monster catching, and then you had Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance with the Dream Eaters.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. You know, the story just got. I mean, even.
I can't even follow the story in 13-2. That's the thing. And
there's a ton of plot holes. It just doesn't really make that much sense.
Well, actually, I remember Adam was playing it, and he said you could get like multiple endings, and I'm thinking, well, one of them has to be the canon ending. So you know, what's the point of playing through a whole bunch of times? It's kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog, pretty much. Well, you have.
Coming back to Sonic, like a bunch of games have multiple. Like Dead Rising has 7 endings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that many games that have multiple endings.
There's a lot of games.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I just thought it was a major downgrade. And then.
Yeah, I think a Final Fantasy game you should not have multiple endings because it's just too damn long to play.
Yeah. That's true. And then. You know, and now they're releasing this piece of crap, and it looks terrible. You know, it's like I said, they're just so transparent. You know, they're whoring out Lightning. They're trying to make her basically the mascot of the series. all Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah, and here's the thing, like, I don't get, like, what's it called? They're pretty much telling you, oh, we're making a sequel, we're not gonna bother to wrap this up in here. Because, like, it's all like, and they even blatantly tell you they're making a sequel in 13.2, because it's all like, to be continued.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Final Fantasy game ever do that before. Or, like, why, that's the laziest thing you could ever do. It's all like, oh, to be continued.
Yeah, it's you know, I kind of think it's like John Cena, you know, that if it's anyone who watches wrestling, they push him and they push him and they push him to the people that watch WWE. But you know,
it's like this character. It's all like, you're not liking the character. He's more of this character.
Exactly. You know, they just keep pushing and pushing, and you know, or like it's like I said, like Justin Bieber. You know, most people don't like him, but they push him and push him and push him.
I'm so freaking glad Gangnam Style surpassed his videos and views
Well, I'm
already.
getting tired of that. You know, I think at this point, I think I'll take Justin Bieber over Gangnam Style.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of digressing right now, but
You're right.
But let me just say one thing about the 13 series. It is really, really, really incoherent. Apparently, 13.2 left goes up where 13 left off. Apparently, Lightning is missing because she went into a time paradox or something. I don't even time paradox to Valhalla.
Right, you
yeah,
created a time paradox.
to Valhalla.
In the future, like
to Valhalla or something. And you know what I like to say to Square Enix? Why are you fucking using time travel? That is the fucking stupidest thing you can do if you do not plan it out correctly. And I mean, spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3D, you may want to skip, like, maybe the next 30 seconds or so, but, what's it called? The fact that they brought time travel into Kingdom Hearts is what irritates me, and they only explained one aspect of it. And it's just, like, that's the only thing that kills, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for me, is that part. But yeah, I mean,
just a side note, you know, I don't know what's with the girls getting the dyke haircuts these days. I think a girl looks terrible with a mohawk, but anyway, sorry, that's my opinion.
Okay, but
So yeah, which one would you be playing? DMC or Lightning Returns?
DMC any day. I'll take New Dante over Lightning any day. In fact, you know what? She's starting to make DMC actually starting to sound appealing.
You heard it here, folks. You heard
it from the original Dante himself.
But yeah, like, and then like I think I don't even want to know what happens in 13.2. Apparently, Lightning's sister. Yeah, apparently Lightning's sister dies in the end, and apparently that.
The only way that works is in Dragon Ball.
And apparently that like causes the apocalypse or something if she dies, and then like. Apparently, like, the apocalypse comes and the bad guy of the game's all, like, he wins and stuff, and then it's all, like, Lightning randomly turned into a crystal and sitting on a chair. I want to know how she fucking got out of that chair in that crystal state or whatever, because, like, it's all like, this makes no sense. You know, shouldn't the world be over with? Is she in, like, a new world or something? There is no context to this fucking Lightning Returns.
How did 13.2 end? For you.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, you played 13.2?
I didn't even bother to beat it. I mean, that's how terrible I thought it was.
We were yeah, we kind of got a little bit sidetracked. We were kind of doing something, but yeah, just what's it called? And so with the interesting thing that was brought up probably immediately was Lightning's new outfit. And like, okay, first outfit I can understand.
Let's just see how slutty we can make her look.
Like, you know, first outfit I can understand. It's okay. Second outfit kind of fits the whole Knight Army thing with Valhalla and everything. That makes
still pretty slutty though.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense though. This outfit, I have no fucking clue what they thought was this outfit. The only thing they, you know, could have done would be to add zippers to her outfit. Millions of zippers. Because, you know, every character has to have that.
Yep.
But it's just... Well, then the combat, it looks like they're, what's it called, going back to somewhat basics where you can actually choose a command and have the person do that command, but I think it's gonna be like an
this shit's epic. Look at this real quick.
Oh my god, I remember seeing that. That is epic.
That is so cool. I'm gonna share that.
We saw a whole bunch of Dantes ganging up on the new Dante picture. But what's it called? Yeah, Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. Oh, Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. It's just, I could go on and on about how this series really doesn't need.
Hey, Romeo, quick question.
Yeah.
She died at the end of 13 too.
No, she's in a crystal state or something.
Okay, she's on the sea.
Or crystal stasis.
Wait, that's what a Lassie is? I'm sorry, but I do not.
Okay, well, let's see when we have the mark right there.
Well, no, she's not a Lassie. Apparently, there's this other thing called crystal stasis or something.
Sad.
Well, the crystal stasis is what happens whenever you don't complete your focus.
That's extremely sad.
Well, no, like a manual one that he wasn't a Lassie in 13 too.
I'm sad, guys.
Yeah, but they got rid of the marks, I thought. At the end, I forget.
Why is she a freaking crystal? That makes no sense story-wise.
I really don't. I really don't know what's going on with this series anymore. Like, I mean, 13-2, I'm all like, it could be an interesting thing, but at the same time, it could be a flop. And what did I guess right? I probably did, because otherwise, Spoonie wouldn't be reviewing those pieces of crap.
I liked 8. You hate to say it.
Well, yeah, but 8 was, before, like he said.
I can't believe I'm fucking doing this, but I take it back. I take it back, okay? All the bad things I said about Final Fantasy VIII, because I didn't know, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know how fucking terrible this series would get past this.
It would get worse after 8. Even though I really don't see people's big deal with beef with 10, but yeah. I really just don't get Square Enix at the moment right now. First, the fuck?
You're a man? Who are you?
What the fuck?
Foxhound, sir.
Oh, I thought he said
He just
fuck.
he grew up very Brandon just now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Now things are starting.
But what's it called? What's Square Enix? Let's see. And what's kind of sad is if they do release Final Fantasy Versus 13 and it's a good game, it's gonna have to be related to the piece of crap Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. And that just kind of makes me sad if, Versus 13 actually turns out to be a good game. But then again, I'm not expecting Versus 13 to come out until the year 3000 now. Because, I mean, we've heard nothing of it. Nor more, like, even Kingdom Hearts 3. We won't be getting that until Versus 13 is done. And I think they should just scrap that entire idea. But still.
I agree. I think that, I think there should be a deadline for things like that. And if you don't meet them, then you can't have them.
They really need to just end the Xehanort saga right now or soon. Or else they're going to be all like, we haven't released a game yet. We have to release a pointless filler game or something.
Yep.
But, I mean, I guess they're buying time with not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts HD collection, but even then, we don't know if that's coming out in America or not. I hope it does, because, that would give me incentive to buy a PS3, and maybe I'd buy Metal Gear Solid Collection, Sly Cooper Collection while I was at it, but still, I mean, that would probably give me the most incentive to buy a PS3, or PS4 whenever it comes out with backwards compatibility.
Right.
But, like... Well, just Square Enix at the moment, like, first off, like, I think they made that Deus Ex Human Revolution game. I heard that was okay of a game.
You're missing everything!
Oh. Well, sorry, I'm kind of doing the discussion here. But, they pretty much shut down Final Fantasy 14. I kind of wish they'd go to 15 now.
Actually, I do believe they have a trailer for 15. Isn't that like Square Enix to have a trailer for something that isn't going to come out for 10 years?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think it's like it takes place in like an Arabic type.
Oh, you were talking about that thing that showcase demo they showed off. I don't know if that's like
That's not Final Fantasy game.
no, it was under a different title.
Oh, I thought that they said that was Final Fantasy 15.
Nah, they said Final Fantasy might go in that direction, but no, I don't think that was it. But other than that, I really don't have anything to say. The Final Fantasy Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 just is kind of to me because it just feels like they're putting no work into this game. Because I mean, they announced this game not long after 13.2 comes out, and I mean it wasn't even a year or more than 13.2's come out. I mean, it just boggles my mind really with this stuff, and yeah. DMC, though, getting off the subject, DMC, it looks okay. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the political satire they'll do, but I'm kind of worried it'll be bogged down by all the fuck yous.
Right.
Because, like, though.
I mean, it's sad though because
what happened to the video game industry in the past 10 years?
Yeah, it's like I said though, it's sad because games like the new Final Fantasy 13, it makes me, actually, I'd love to, man, but I gotta drive, so I can't drink and drive, but it makes me actually look not look forward to, but it makes games like DMC look good.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be like
Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, I was about to say there are gonna be some gems in the shit pile of.
The Last of Us. I've been waiting for that.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us is coming out next year, which I'm actually looking forward to because it actually looks like a good survival game. I mean, looking back on this year of games, it was actually decent. It's just the shit. It's just my god. It kind of makes me wonder like what the video game industry has become. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure there were like big names or like big brands were always somewhat good in the old days, and now they just turned to shit.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I can even attest that to Mario. I'm a Mario fan, but that new Super Mario Brothers crap is just coming out too soon. I think they had 2 titles under the same name this year. One of them looks good, the other one looks meh, but I mean, really, it's just a matter of the fact that they're running out of ideas, really.
Yeah, true that.
And it's just that I really don't know what to say. It's just surprises me that the video game industry is still going on this long with just all of this stuff just going on. I mean, looking back on this year though, it was an interesting year in video games, I will admit. Not the best, but not the worst. Because, I mean, like, we did have good titles like The Walking Dead, the video game. I heard that was really good. Stuff like, stuff that people were hyped up, like, what's it called? Halo 4. I heard that was pretty good, and they had guts in that game to do what they did. I mean, really, it's just, they have potential. The game
Walking Dead game was like a huge gem for this year. Everyone thought it was gonna suck.
Oh yeah, everyone thought this Walking Dead game was gonna suck because it's a licensed game and it's an adaptation. You usually expect those to suck, but in recent years with titles like Batman Arkham City and Asylum, those were good licensed games. And I mean, and with The Walking Dead, it shows that it can be done. I'm hoping, like, maybe, I know I don't like Superman that much, but I want him to at least have a decent game in his run. At least. It's like, this year was a really interesting year, and Walking Dead video game, like, proved that,
Holy hell.
you can make a
But look at how swole this guy is.
Whoa. Anyway, you can make a Walking Dead video game can show you that you can make a really good story, because that's pretty much all the Walking Dead video game is. I mean, sure, there's parts where you have to shoot zombies, but it's really
just picking your dialogue.
it's really story driven, and I like that. Even though I'm complaining about Metal Gear Solid for some reason.
Yeah, the Walking Dead game is just one huge cutscene. You're just picking dialogue and seeing how.
I guess it's just the
kind of like Heavy Rain.
I guess it's just the interactivity. Your choices actually.
Pretty much, yeah. Your choices matter, and
well, not all of them, but most of them. Well,
your
some
relationships with people. That's the main focus of it.
So it's kind of like The Sims.
No, like if people like hate you and shit, you know, they're not gonna have your back when shit goes down. They're not gonna believe you when somebody's fucking with the group and you're like, I didn't do it. Like, oh, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, you did.
I'd be in bad shape then.
Yeah.
But yeah, to wrap this up.
Remember, speaking of which, remember that time we were at the lock-in and we were playing the Death Note game? Everybody fucking accused me of being a hero when I wasn't. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, society nowadays.
They go after the wrong guy, man.
Yeah, but I mean, what more can I say about Final Fantasy and what it's become? Nothing, because I'm not really that big of a fan, but still. It just amazes me how far we have fallen since the olden days.
I like 7 and I like 10, and that's all I like.
Even though people don't like 10, but I can see why people would like 10.
I think 10's pretty awesome. You know, actually 10, from what I understand, 10 is second in sales only to 7.
Wow, 13 didn't surpass 10. That's good.
No. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think it even came close.
Which is good, actually, but like 10, I can see why people would like that game.
I mean,
I can see why people can hate it, and I can see why people can like it. I really can.
Well, it's got some goofy bits to it, you know, but if you can get past that, it's actually a really deep storyline, and yeah. I love the gameplay. It's my favorite.
Gets you teary-eyed and shit.
Yeah. It's got the best gameplay in my opinion of all Final Fantasies. You know, it's strictly turn-based, meaning that there's no active time battle system, so you actually get all the time in the world to pick your next move.
Yeah, it's
You
just.
go take a shit, make a sandwich, and call the president, and you come back, you're still alive.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Final Fantasy. Oh, no, wait. Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. My God, that's a weird name.
Right, we gotta put Lightning in front of it because you know she's the whole reason that makes the series. By the way, Ali Hillis, you suck.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, this was a small discussion, but I mean, really, what more do we have to say on a trailer of a game that hasn't come out yet?
Lightning looks like a horde, and her sunglasses suck.
Oh yeah, she has sunglasses.
Yeah, this isn't
and they look goofy.
They look like 80s sunglasses. They look like the sunglasses in Gurren Lagann.
Well, actually, now that we're here, we have like about 54 minutes. You want to talk about the new DMC while we're at it?
So we have already on a discussion.
Yeah, that was one of our earlier
Oh wait,
discussions.
well, Capcom, but I mean, from what we've seen so far, any other comments on it?
None for me right now. I mean, yeah, I'll probably play it just to see how I like it, but
yeah, like the one thing that gets me about it is the dialogue. Now that I've heard more about it, heard it.
I think the voice acting is rather poor.
They sound bored.
Well, not only that, but the new Dante, everything he says kind of has a slur to it, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's like it sounds like it really sounds like he's reading it off a script.
There are demons everywhere. But no, seriously, like, really, the script writing is really not that impressive to write home about. And Ninja Theory actually got some good writers for games like Heavenly Sword and Enslaved. I mean, they can do good writing if they hire the right people. I think they're doing the writing themselves, which is bad.
I'm willing to bet $5 to get a new Dante's taunt.
The new what?
New Dante's taunt.
There are no taunts.
What?
There were no taunts in the demo.
It doesn't mean shit, dude. You couldn't crash in the Resident Evil 6 times.
True.
I guess they just need to ship some Jews over to Europe, you know, to give them some good writing. I mean,
I mean, really. I mean, why would Capcom hand one of their best series that hasn't really gone downhill yet to a company that has only made about 3 games beforehand, and all of them were bad in the technical aspects, like the gameplay aspects. Well, at least I've heard that they're
Because
bad.
Capcom is like Dick Johnson. They live to upset people.
Yeah, it's just I really don't get Capcom nowadays. But we have pinpointed that after every 4th title in a franchise under Capcom, except for a couple of exceptions, that the franchise kind of goes downhill after 4.
You better not pout. I'm coming in dry.
Is the president? I don't even want to know.
You missed a lot.
I know. Well, you could have paused it. No. Can you summarize?
Oh yeah, me and Danny can summarize what Ames just said. Right?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Zero. That's Danny and Zombie. We're a work in progress 81, and
And
good
we're
night.
also idiots in stereo.
Yes,
Yeah.
idiots in stereo. Good night, people.
Why did you